What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, you guys? So we are back again for another episode review of Married to Medicine. This is season 8, episode 9. Let the emojis fly. Okay. So we get into the episode, and it kind of go back to the ending of last week's episode when the ladies first get to the restaurant after the March on Washington Day. They ordering their stuff, whatever, and Heavenly said something about getting some devilish eggs or whatever, and then Toya was like, I think Anila was about to repeat something or something that Heavenly said. I don't even know. It was just so random, but Toya just came out the blue and was like, don't repeat that. Don't even say it. Don't even worry about it or whatever. So I was a little confused. And so at this point, Heavenly came out her bag and was like, basically, Anila does whatever Toya says, do or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's her little puppet while she over there looking like a little Muppet. You look like a Muppet. I said, bitch, what? She called that lady a Muppet to her face, okay? I said, now, the only time I heard somebody get called a Muppet, that was, I ain't even gonna bring that up. But wow, and that's not a compliment, okay? And truth be told, I was looking at Anila, and she do got let me stop, because y'all can say I look like something too, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Bitch, Anila came back and said, bitch, you want to talk about Muppets? We could call you Miss Piggy since we talking about calling people names or whatever. And he gonna have me. It was just a joke. It was just a joke. I said, oh, it was a joke. Nah, girl, you ain't have to call that lady a Miss Piggy. Truth be told, Anila could have been either or. Goddamn. Okay? Goddamn. I'm just saying. But Anila got her ass on that. Now, let me tell you something. Heavenly be messy for no fucking reason sometimes. Anila was minding her goddamn business, okay? You ain't have to call that lady out her name. You ain't have to make fun of her for no reason, okay? This is what we're doing at our big age. At our big age, we are talking about people features, okay? We don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. We don't need to do that at all. You know what I'm saying? We all have flaws. We are all not the finest things on this goddamn earth, so please don't say that, all right? That girl was minding her business, and then here come Carrie, and what's that girl name? Lisa Nicole. And then, when she called Damon Daddy, and she was like, no, you call him Dr. Damon. And she was like, Dr. Daddy Damon or whatever. Toya had to make it known that's a black girl in a white body. She ain't scared of Heavenly or whatever. Heavenly was like, she shouldn't be. I don't want her to. So they sitting there waiting for Giselle and Robin from Real Housewives of Potomac to come, and they show up or whatever. Toya had met Giselle at Kenya's baby shower in 2018. Of course, Heavenly would be cool with Giselle because they both messy as fuck, but okay. Jamal, he spoke at the March on Washington. Bitch, I thought Jamal said he wasn't doing reality TV no more. But here we are. But I guess this is a calmer version than Real Housewives of Potomac, because last year stressed me out, or I should say last season. That shit stressed me out, okay? That was the one and only time I ever reviewed a whole season, and I did not look at any other comments because I knew it was a mess in those comments. Until this day, I have still not looked or read any of those comments from the last, like, probably after episode 5, bitch. And it was like, how many episodes in that season? I did not read them comments because y'all could have been cussing my ass out. I wouldn't know, okay? But anyway, he over there with the men's and all that stuff, and each group, the men and the women, they're talking about relationship issues or whatever. So you got the men talking about, you got Dr. Damon, yeah, because I went to this school, and then it was like my second year there. After I get there, I seen Heavenly, and that was like the first time I saw her, I knew that was it. Oh, so the first time you saw her, you knew that was going to be your wife? I mean, not that she was going to be my wife, but that it was bigger than what it was or whatever, that there was something that probably would go on. And then here go Heavenly. So why you didn't know that it was me on the first time that I was going to be your wife or whatever? Because, bitch, I had to get to know you. That's what it was, okay? And then here comes Eugene. Eugene was talking about, when he met Toya, Toya was something different, something about Toya got him. He's done things with Toya that he ain't never let nobody else do with him, do to him or whatever, do with him or whatever. And so it got quiet up in there, and I looked up like, what she do? Bitch, Heavenly said that bitch nasty enough to do something like she probably put her mouth somewhere. Ain't no telling. Girl, everybody like I plead the fifth. Contessa was like, I plead the fifth. No, that was Simone. Okay. Contessa was like, eyes wide open. Them bitches was shut. Them motherfuckers open now. What's going on? I said, Eugene had to clear it up or whatever. Let me backtrack. Everybody was like, nah, bro. I don't want to get up in your business or whatever. I'm sitting here like, she licked your little booty hole or whatever, stuck a finger up in there. I mean, it is what it is. It's okay. It's okay. It's a pleasure point. Men and their masculinity. Goddamn. Y'all just, you let her suck your toes. Okay, and sex. Okay. Pleasure. Anyway, moving on from that I found that part funny, okay? But when we get to the women, Contessa started talking about men cheating and, you can have the finest woman and, you can get them sex every freaking day all the time when they want to. They still gonna go out there and cheat and do whatever they want to do, okay? Because we got to realize that it ain't about the woman. It's about them or whatever. And then it was like, is Scott cheating? And she was like, truth be told, I don't know what's going on in these men's lives or whatever. I hope not. And I'm sitting here like, Contessa, you should have kept that to yourself, okay? You could have kept that to yourself because now that's going to be the fodder around the group. What's going on between you and Scott, because they already seeing that some stuff is going on between y'all. Y'all vibe is off, okay? And we already thinking as the viewers, from the previews or whatever, it got us thinking that, Scott could possibly be cheating. Hell, Contessa could possibly be cheating. We don't know. It's some shit going on in y'all relationship. Y'all not on one accord, okay? Then you start talking about some, he be up in these mood swings, he be mean, he be this. And then Toya and Contessa had a nice exchange, surprisingly. She was like, you need to get him to talk to Eugene, because Eugene was going through the same thing. Mood swings, didn't even want to have sex or whatever, like all this stuff, nothing. And then we found out that his testosterone was low. It was 2 something when it should be 800 something or whatever. And he started taking T shots and stuff like that. And now, we doing what we doing or whatever. Contessa was like, thank you for telling me that. You could have stopped at, his menopause and all his other business that you told me, but thank you for telling me that. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, everything cool, Giselle talking about her and Jamal, they still not married or engaged or whatever. They never will be. Dr. Jackie said if you're going to give a second try, whatever, it's supposed to be better than the first, okay? Like me and Curtis. I said, Dr. Jackie, because we still ain't here for it. But, if you want to put yourself in there, put yourself in there. Because, girl, it wouldn't have been me. So, Contessa brought up something about cheating and stuff like that. I was like, these days cheating is not really a deal breaker for everybody, okay? Sometimes they say cheating or something like that to bring people close or whatever once they figure stuff out. I said, girl, what are you talking about? Granted, I understand what she's talking about, but it's coming from Contessa. And at this point, her and Scott, like I said earlier, they are the main ones that's having issues out of all the couples that we visibly see, that's becoming a problem, because their issues is coming from season 5. Well, no, not season 5, season 7. Okay. And it's still lingering into season 8. They're not on one accord, and you keep on putting this stuff out there. So now everybody's looking at y'all like, what's going on? So after the dinner or whatever, and they get through talking and all this stuff, because they even talked about Lisa Nicole and Dr. Darren. Her and him still together, and Giselle messy ass, because I thought, wasn't there some mess going on between y'all asses or whatever? I said, you know what, Giselle, I actually appreciate you for bringing that up, because yes, yes, baby, if you have never, listen, I'm on the path of watching Married to Medicine all over again, because the earlier seasons, just like Real Housewives of Atlanta, the earlier seasons, the best seasons, okay? The best seasons, bitch. When Dr. Darren was on there, oh my goodness, and he was cheating all up and down, and then it was a rumor whether or not he could be, hey girl, you know what I'm saying? Girl, it was a freaking mess. We had a time with that. But anyway, moving on from that, everybody had a nice time being with each other. Next day, we get Scott and Contessa talking about their relationship, and, she telling him, yeah, I told them about this, and I told them about that, or whatever. And he was like, I got to work on my patience and stuff like that. And, she hoping everything get back on track and all this stuff, and woo. And this whole thing, remember when I said you bringing up your issues in front of this group of girls. You got Simone going over there talking to Cecil about the whole situation, and he like, when they in front of us, I don't see no issues or whatever. They wearing matching shirts and stuff like that. But like Simone or whatever, whichever one of them said they not gonna put their issues on display in front of a group of people or whatever. That's not what you're gonna do. We're probably gonna do some shit behind closed door, but you can still feel the tension. And I'm saying we see it because we can see what's going on behind closed doors because of what they're showing us, but the group may not see it right about now. Okay, that's some corny shit. Let's go ahead and put on a united front. Let's wear matching t-shirts. Let's be team this and team that or whatever. But behind closed doors, we still trying to get the shit together. Granted, every relationship has their issues and has their rough patch. Hopefully, this is a rough patch that Scott and Contessa can get over. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like they've been in there for a minute, and I need them to get the fuck up out of it, okay? I really do, because unless y'all ain't gonna tell us what's going on in y'all relationship, I'm tired of hearing about it already. And what episode is this? This episode 9, bitch. But anyway, moving on from that. The ladies downstairs, everybody downstairs getting ready to eat or whatever. Jackie come down there. Toya was like, oh, bitch, I had the same shirt or whatever. And then they comparing the shirts or whatever. Oh, you like my shirt? Let me see. Oh, juicy booty. Girl, you like this or whatever. Dr. Jackie started talking about how she's strictly dickly or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I said, Jackie, she ain't talking about that. She was like, bitch, I'm talking about the shirt. And then I think it was Anila was like, Toya, not everybody want to fuck you or whatever. Woo, woo, woo. They was all having a good time. Simone said, okay, so at this point in time, we've been gone from home entirely too long. We've been around each other entirely too long. It's time to go back home. I was like, oh, okay. I thought that I was having a good time. But, we did get the conversation between Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon, talking about the impact that they made and being able to test everybody and, seeing the people in the crowds of people that was there and all that stuff. And, asking the group, do you think we made a difference? Yes, y'all made a difference, okay? So they had a good time. So, at this point, everybody's back at home. They're doing their daily activities, and we got Anila and Toya. They are taking their kids to school. I believe they go to the same school, and after they drop them off or whatever, Toya is glad that the kids are in school, because the homeschooling shit, it just really wasn't for her. We already know that, just like it's not for a lot of parents, okay? But she gets to talking to Anila about finances and stuff. Now, baby girl, at first, what pop up in my mind, I'm like, I know you're not talking to anybody about finances. As much money as you be spending from Eugene and all this stuff, making that man work himself to death, okay, to afford your habits or whatever. But what she was saying is real, okay? Because I think last week it came up about the fact that Anila did not pay the makeup artist or whatever that I think Toya had brought, for her or whatever. Or some way she didn't pay for the service yet. She was like, I'll pay for it when I pay for it or some shit like that. Just offhandedly, like it wasn't nothing. Like I get to it when I get to it. And that's what Toya is saying. Like, are you watching your finances and, watching the stuff that you're buying and taking note of it? And are you paying your bills on time and stuff like that? Truth be told, knowing Toya's history with money and shit, I would have been offended by it. But I'm glad Anila took it in stride because, Toya, this is the way of Toya bringing it up, because she was like, you have to pay for these services. Maybe if you having issues with money, you should let your nanny go, okay, Miss Gomez or whatever. No, I need to do this or whatever, and my blogging this, and it's bringing in money, and then the stuff that I be blogging, and the clothes and stuff they give me, I get to wear those and all that stuff, woo woo woo. But she was like, you have to pay these people their money, especially like doing simple services, is doing your hair, doing your makeup. You ruin your own reputation. People ain't gonna want to work with your ass no more, and then you're gonna be out here putting on blast or whatever. You're gonna be one of those persons that get put on blast, saying that you don't pay bills on time and stuff like that. You don't want that to happen. So, to be quite honest, right message, somewhat of the wrong messenger, but I'm glad. I'm not mad at Toya for bringing it up. It was just like ironic or whatever. But then we get into Heavenly and her family, they're about to have dinner. She brought some dinner. They let a wasp. It wasn't a wasp. It looked like a dragonfly, actually. They let them in the house or whatever. But the whole family sit down, and I'm actually glad that Dr. Heavenly is showing her whole family, because when Dr. Heavenly in her first few seasons that she was on here, we only saw Alora, and we probably saw I think Damon Jr. No, I think it was Zachary. We probably saw him a couple of times, but other than that, we didn't see them all together, like having these family moments or whatever. So it was really nice to see them together and talking about what happened at the March on Washington and everything that went down, and how happy they are that they was able to spread awareness. And once again, we get into the Black Lives Matter, because they brought up the fact that they had dinner with Ben Crump, and he's the lawyer for George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. And Damon started going into how when he was younger, he did something where he stumped on or knocked down a sign or whatever on campus or some shit, and the security guard came over there, tried to have a tussle with him, and then the real cops came, and then that's when the cops put the gun to his head or whatever. And the reaction that Damon Jr. had, he was really pissed. Okay, and even like you can see his body just tense up. Dr. Heavenly had to tell him, calm down. It happened a long time ago or whatever. And, just talking about what they have to go through, whatever. So it was a nice little moment, but I want some drama. Not necessarily no drama, but I'm not gonna lie. Married to Medicine right about now, it's giving me the beginning of Real Housewives of Atlanta this season. This current season that's almost over with. It's dragging a little bit. It's not giving me the feels that it gave last season. It's just not giving. It's just not giving. Is it just me? And it's not like I want a whole bunch of drama, because y'all know I'm not that type of person that be like, oh, I need a whole bunch of drama. I love these family scenes or whatever, but can we get something else? So, Dr. Jackie had called Dr. Heavenly to invite her to a dinner party that she want to have at her job. Ooh, not her job, but her house, okay? And, she want to invite all the girls. She want to invite, Simone especially, because, she feel like they are moving in the right direction as to getting their relationship back on track. They're taking baby steps. So this is a good move. Bring her into the home and cook for them and all that stuff, whatever. And you already know the drama that we probably looking for, that I just was asking for, is about to happen, because these ladies on all these shows, we can't just have a regular dinner party and everything goes well. No, an argument has to start. You want to know why? Because we got a couple of people that's coming. We want Dr. Heavenly surprisingly wanted Anila to show up, because she wants to talk to Anila and get to a feel for Anila outside of Toya. You know what I'm saying? She said maybe I read her wrong because she's so close to Toya, whatever. So I applaud Dr. Heavenly for trying to give the girl a chance, because truth be told, what exactly did Anila do to Dr. Heavenly to make her not like her, besides the Black Lives Matter comment that she probably made or whatever? She apologized for that. It was probably from ignorance and naivety and didn't know, but she apologized for it. And, besides her jumping into a situation between Toya and Contessa or whatever at the beginning when we first saw her, I don't have a problem with Anila at this point. You know what I'm saying? So that was good. I think that's a good look for Dr. Heavenly and for Anila. And then Dr. Jackie wants to invite freaking Quad. Okay. Now this is an issue, because Quad and Heavenly, they used to be good girlfriends. We seen them good girlfriends last season. This season, especially since Quad has been downgraded to just a friend of the show, things ain't really been on track. Okay. Quad posted a picture of her on vacation. She had her ass cheeks out or whatever. Dr. Heavenly, she posted these emojis that was like, and she said it wasn't for being rude. It wasn't me throwing shade. It was just me like, oh shit, I see you. Like, oh, what's that? You know what I'm saying? And Heavenly did not get the response that she thought she was going to get. And Quad went in on her, hashtag, basically talking about her, she, being a hater and all this stuff or whatever. And then hashtag lipo, hashtag lap band, hashtag bariatric surgery and all this stuff. Did Quad go too hard? Yes, she did go too hard for somebody that was supposed to be your friend. And especially if, I don't know, I need a backstory, because Quad did go hard for somebody that was supposed to be friends with her. And we didn't see no issues going on between them two to even go that hard. For just a couple of emojis that was like, oh shit. Sometimes we be shady on our friends' post or whatever, or we be like, what, girl, what? You know what I'm saying? And With Heavenly, I can see how shit can get taken out of context because the bitch is shady as fuck, okay? So, yeah, she went a little bit hard, but I'm not surprised that Quiet took it that way because Heavenly is shady as shit, okay? And even if she say she wasn't being shady, that's what happens when you just talk so goddamn much. People can't tell when you being serious, when you joking, or when you not throwing shots, or whatever, because you do it so damn much. You know what I'm saying? So they got to get that done, and we're gonna see what's going on with that. And Contessa has this lady come in. I think her name was Regina or whatever. Forgive me if I get her name wrong, but she deals with trying to help open up medical practices and stuff like that. And, they just going around doing all that stuff and seeing the ins and out. And, we get into this conversation about how Scott basically felt like, Contessa was wasting money about calling her in there, okay? We can do the billing and stuff ourselves. We don't need to do all this stuff. This is wasting money. They're trying to figure out the staff. Do we want full-time staff, or do we want a mixture of full-time and part-time, or do we just want a bunch of part-timers, okay? Contessa want part-time because she want to have her weekends and stuff like that. Also, she don't want people that's so cute and fine and all that shit. I said, baby, I understand, but that sounds more insecure. That's some insecurity shit talking, okay? Bitch, if I'm secure in my relationship, I don't care if the bitch is fine. I don't care if the bitch is ugly. If the bitch can get the job done, then you can get the job done and you qualify for it and your work speaks for itself, then you can get the job, okay? But that's telling. That's telling. And I know some other people probably feel the same way Contessa feel. But me personally, if I'm secure enough in my relationship, which she is not at this moment, okay? Okay. So, apparently this dinner party is just Anila, Quad, Simone, Heavenly, and Jackie. Jackie was acting like she was gonna cook. Bitch, she had a chef, okay? And Heavenly and Anila showed up together. I was like, oh, okay, so that's what you mean trying to get a girl a new chance. Okay, I guess. Jackie was surprised. No, Simone was really surprised about it because, she said the last time y'all synced each other, you was calling her Muppet and she called you Miss Piggy. So, it is what it is. New slates. Okay. Quad showed up bearing gifts. She brought Simone some Ciroc. She brought Dr. Heavenly some Crown Apple, and I literally thought that she was gonna pass up Dr. Heavenly or whatever. And then she brought what's her name? Dr. Jackie some alkaline water, okay? That was funny, that was cute. Breaking the ice or whatever, so they go sit down, first of all they go through on a tour of her house, because Dr. Jackie just remodeled the whole house. And Dr. Heavenly, when they got to the closet, was like, I don't see Curtis ain't putting none of his input up in this. This is all Dr. Jackie shit, and it's damn sure all her money. And then gonna say something, cut that part off. I shouldn't have said that. Bitch, you said what you said. You said what we all was thinking, but you said what you said. You ain't had to say it out loud. That's your good girlfriend, right? But all right. See, that's how come people be falling out with your ass Heavenly, because you don't know when to stop being shady, bitch. Okay, but anyway. It was cute though. Moving on from that, they sit down, they having broccoli and chicken. Of course, Quiet got to get on her little high horse. When I'm having people over, bitch, you a friend of the show, okay? Shut up. But she said, when I'm having people over, I give them the higher, taste of food, like some shrimps and some, sea bass and, salmon and all this stuff and woo woo woo. You give us some broccoli and chicken, but I mean, hey, if that's what you feel about us, that's what you feel about us. Girl, she ain't have to give you shit, okay? She ain't have to give you nothing. I would have ate that shit and been fine with it, all right? So at this point, everybody is having a good time. And Dr. Jackie want to bring up to Anila Naya, you seen that me and Simone, we done had our little falling out and we're trying to get into a good place and we've been reconciling and all this stuff. But also we have an issue that's going on between these two who was tight like gangsters. They was real tight. Talking about Heavenly and Quad. And I'm sitting here like, oh shit. Dr. Jackie, you the one that started this shit. We can't have nothing. We can't have a nice time for shit. I mean, it is the elephant in the room. That phrase again. It is the elephant in the room. But can we eat first? Can we eat first? Damn. So basically, because Anila was like, what is the issue? Quiet basically said, she thought that the emoji was this instead of this. I said, it's an emoji that go like this. I gotta go look at my emoji. She said, bitch, the emojis on appear differently from an Android and an iPhone. I said, bitch, who got an Android? No shade. But shade, okay? And I said, girl, is y'all buying Quiet's response? I'm not buying her explanation, none whatsoever. But if that's what she want to go with, that's what she want to go with. Anyway, moving on from that, she in the midst of trying to talk. Heavenly was like, I'm more hurt than mad or whatever. Quiet tried to say something. Heavenly said, bitch, what you not gonna do is you not gonna talk to me in that tone and all this stuff and woo woo woo. They started getting into it. It was pointless. It was pointless, okay? They going back and forth, bitch, you gonna let me talk, don't call me no bitch and this and blah blah blah. And next thing you know, they apologizing to each other, but it hurt me, you hurt me, I hurt you, but you also hurt me too, or whatever. You talking about something, my ass is fake, whatever. It is fake. Well, I think it's fake. And it look good. I ain't saying it look bad. It look good. I will get my shit done too. You don't need to get your butt done. It look good. You got enough ass and all that stuff and woo woo woo. Next thing you know, they get up and they hugging it out and they touching each other's asses. Girl, get this shit off my TV so I can go watch Pose. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.